Okay, I got part of it on, and one thing I like to do is to spread some baby powder on the inside of it. So when I put the new tube in, it'll slide around easy, and it'll find its optimal sit. So brand new tube, 26 by 2.1, same size as my tire. Well, it fits a 2.1 to a 2.5. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and it's got the Presta valve on it. And again, we'll start at the valve. Just take it, push it back. Get that all loosened up. Put the valve on through. And then just tuck it in inside the tire. Now to go over that, we pulled the tire off. We checked the inside of the tire and we checked the rim. We checked the rim tape to make sure it was still in good shape. Then we put one side of the tire back on and baby powdered it. So the new tube can slip around inside the tire and it won't have any place where it's binding or pinching. And now we're tucking the tube inside the tire. Okay. Make sure it's all the way in, because again, you don't want to bind or pinch. Get in there, you. I'm going to start putting the tire on the rim with my fingers until it gets to the point where I got to start using tools. Make sure that's all tucked in there. Kind of surprised the cats haven't come by. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting the bike trail once it starts getting a little bit warmer. I've gained some weight over the winter. I'm eager to get that weight off. Getting downright chubby. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to get a little snug. I'll go ahead and use my tools. Ain't trying to be no tough guy here. Not being a tough guy days are long gone. Okay, I'm trying to take too big of a bite there. Let's see if I can do some squeezing with my left hand, because my left hand still works a bit. Check it out. Got it. Now let's put this nut back on the valve. We'll check that again a few times after we get it pumped up. Okay, let me get my pump off my bike and get to putting some air in it. It's my old Blackburn Mountain Air Pump. It's convertible. You can go from Presta to Schrader valve with it. But right now, of course, I got it on Presta. sure that valve's moving. There we go. I had a floor pump, but the seals went out in it, so using my trusty Blackburn pump. Put a little bit more in. Oh, I got dirt on my board. You know, I used to detail that bike on a regular basis. It used to be my, basically my pride and joy. My friends used to call me a poser because my bike was so much nicer than theirs. Okay, I want to make sure that nut's on there tight. Snug that down a little. Now, I'll bounce it around. Oop. Pound on it. Let some air out. A little bit squishy. Bounce it around some more. I don't know if this is a waste of time or not, but my theory is it gets the twists and kinks out of the tube. Okay, then I'll let all the air out, and then pump it up again. Where did I put my pump? There it is. And basically, that's how I change an inner tube. Well, let me go ahead and pump it up. Then I'm going to check the tire pressure. I like to run them kind of firm because, well, the trails out here, the trails we frequent out here are usually pretty smooth, pretty level, so it makes for a nice ride, nice rollout. Okay, just check the pressure. I got my Ziffel dial type pressure gauge. Works on both Schrader and Presta. We are at 30 pounds, so I want to keep going with that. I want to get up near 50, I think. I don't know. Let's see what this says. Yeah, started made in Japan. Something that wasn't made in China. Go 35 to 65 pounds. So 50 won't be too much. I just don't like this part where it's scuffed on the rim because I had to push it home a couple miles. But, you know, it's my own fault. But then again, you know, how often do you freshen your inner tubes on your bicycle? Usually, you just keep using them until they don't work anymore. Okay, let's check it now. We have 35. You know what? That'll, ooh, man, that's hot. Well, 45. That'll do. Make sure this nut's tight to the rim. Tighten the end of this Presto valve down. That's tight, that's tight. You can put the cap on. And that's that for that. You'll be ready to go. Next thing I'm going to want to do is to pull that crankset out and check my bottom bracket. Let me get set up for that. Okay, now, first thing I want to do is loosen that crankset, take the bolts out, and then I have a crank puller that goes in the bolt holes, and use that to pull the cranks off. Then I can get to the bottom bracket, use my bottom bracket tool. Oh, I got rust on my bottom bracket tool. Anyway, my bottom bracket tool to make sure my bottom bracket is good and snug. If you do a lot of biking and riding and stuff, it is worth it to learn how to do this stuff yourself. Yeah. Okay. The crank bolt has a little seal on it to keep gunk out of there. And this tool I guess I should have done this before. It's got two sizes on it. I'm going to use the deeper side. It just goes in a hole here. Threads in. The crank has threads on it. And then put this thingy in. And that'll pull my crank loose from my bottom bracket. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to give this more leverage. Well, it's moving. Okay. And there's me crank off of that side with my tool still in it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And and then we'll check on that bottom bracket, make sure it's tight.